Welcome to Landfall in beautiful Wilmington, North Carolina. I'm here at Overlook Park, which obviously overlooks the Intercoastal Waterway. Across from here is Wrightsville Beach. This is a wonderful place for residents to come, sit on the bench, take a breath, enjoy the waterway, and enjoy all that Landfall has to offer. This community is over 2,200 acres. There's over 2,000 home sites and 320 acres of conservation. It's a wonderful place for lots of wildlife and for children of all ages to enjoy life here in Wilmington, North Carolina. So imagine living in Landfall, and you may not have a home on the water, but what's nice is you can drive over, there's a place to park, or you could ride your bike or walk. You could have a moment where you sit on the bench and you just enjoy views of the Intercoastal Waterway, butterflies, and all the wildlife that's around us. So years ago, many years ago, it was probably 2011, life was not a whole lot of fun, and my husband and I rode our bikes up here, and we sat down and we started discussing life and what was going on, and it wasn't a lot of fun at the time, and we ended up having quite a fight on this bench, and we left separately. We of course went home and all was well, we figured it out, but that's one thing I do remember about this bench. This is the Dye Clubhouse, which is part of the Country Club of Landfall. It's a smaller club compared to the Nicholas Clubhouse, but this clubhouse in particular is really nice for intimate occasions if you want to entertain family and friends. This is Temple Gardens. This is a beautiful part of Landfall where you can come and take a breath and just enjoy the flowers and the beautiful greenery. It also is known for a great spot for prom pictures. My children were able to do that when they were in high school. And also every Easter, there's always a neighborhood Easter egg hunt here. And it's so delightful to see the children in their beautiful pastel clothes running around looking for Easter eggs. If you're a history buff, you can come over here to the Temple Gardens, and they have on this site something happened in 1902. That would be Pembroke Jones. That's when he acquired all the land. 1912, the Temple of Love Garden, designed by Mr. Jones' son-in-law, John Russell Pope, New York architect, was added to the lodge. And then lastly, in 1915, John Russell Pope, an architect, designed elaborate entrance gates, creating a formal boundary between the hunting preserve and the Jones Airlie residence. The 2,200 acres in Landfall was originally owned by Pembroke Jones, and this is the only thing remaining from the lodge. So this was his hunting grounds where he would bring friends and family to hunt, and this is what's remaining of the lodge, the fireplace. It's one of my favorite things to bring clients to check out because it has a piece of history. Welcome to Landfall Lake. This is another amenity that the community offers. It has a pathway that goes all around the lake, and it's about 9/10 of a mile. So you can bike, you can run, all kinds of critters. You can see turtles, swans, I'm sure other critters as well I'd rather not discuss. But it's a wonderful amenity for neighbors to walk their dogs, kids, or just enjoy the evening. I'll tell you another interesting fact is Pembroke Jones was the original owner of Landfall, and his ice house was kept at the very top of Moreland Drive. So if you want to know what more information about what the use of an ice house was back in the 1800s, I suggest you Google it. This is Keenan Chapel. This is an interfaith chapel that anyone in Landfall can come. You can come just to have some prayer meditation. A lot of weddings are here, memorial services, and other private events. So this is the Arboretum mailbox. So if you live on this side of Landfall, which is, I would kind of describe it as the second half of Landfall, you're gonna pick up your mail here. And this is also the bus stop for kids that live on this side of the neighborhood, and of course it's right next to Keenan Chapel. So this is the Arboretum Gate mailbox. Welcome to the Nicholas Clubhouse. This is a large clubhouse that Landfall offers. This is part of the country club, and the Jack Nicklaus golf course is here as well. This is a great spot for wedding receptions, fundraisers. It's just a really large facility and the food's great. This is Landfall Park. Now what I love about this park, there's a soccer field, and it's a full soccer field. Great spot for the kids to run and get all the wiggles out. Of course, there's a playground for the kids to play on. There's also a basketball court and a volleyball court. And way back in the day when my children were young, we used to come every Wednesday here, and children would run and just until they were exhausted. The women would sit around. My husband called it a hen party, and we'd just chat. But we have a lot of good memories from this park. And also, if you live on this side of Landfall, this is where the bus stop is. This is the Sports Center. So this is where the pool's located for Landfall. You do have to be a member. And the Sports Center has an incredible workout facility. It has rooms so you can exercise, whether it's Pilates or bar or different step classes, maybe even some yoga, and plenty of tennis courts and plenty of pickleball courts. So the Sports Center is a hub where people are in and out all day long, working out whenever the opportunity arises. And just behind me here is the other place where you can get your mail in Landfall if you live towards the Eastwood Gate and the Drysdale Gate.